Hey, how's it going? Good morning. I just left my condo. I wanted to mention, I know this is very basic for people that have lived over here in Thailand, but it caught me off guard when I rented an apartment the first time I've rented in, I don't know, 20 years, but in California and probably other places around the world, when you rent an apartment, you're expected to put the power in your own name, the water, cable, everything in your own name. I don't know how cable works over here. I haven't had it, but the electricity stays in the owner's name, and then you just get a little slip in your mailbox. Hopefully you have a Thai bank account. You scan it and the money's just taken straight out of your account. Now you want to make sure when you're signing a lease, and I'll say 90% of places over here are going to be what's called government rate. That is the lowest amount that you're going to pay for electricity. I guess some buildings try to get cute and they might get one power bill for the entire floor, say, and they just kind of divide it up. That's not anything you really want to deal with. You want to pay on the exact amount of electricity and air conditioning you're using. Now everybody's power bills are different. Mine was always around 1,000 baht, 900 baht, running one air conditioner in a small apartment, say 12, 15 hours a day, whenever I was home. It then kind of shot up, and the word was, hey, power bills are going up 30%. Well, it doubled. It went to closer to 2,000 baht for the last 3 or 4 months. So do the math on a couple thousand baht. Again, if you're going to run your air conditioners, 2 of them, 24 hours a day, it's going to be more than that. But that just gives you kind of a rough idea. And the water bill is nothing. I moved into this place 2 weeks ago, and I guess I timed it to hit that water bill cycle. It's usually you pay that every 2 months, and it's 200 baht. For whatever reason, I must have moved in and used 7 days of water because I just got an 18 baht bill for water. So water's nothing. That little truck making a right turn with the metal camper, that's the type of truck you'll hire out for moving, and it's super reasonable. I mean, I gave the guy a really good tip. I mean, really good. I think it was a 90% tip. I just felt kind of bad that he came and helped me move all my stuff down into the truck and then helped me move it from the truck up to my new apartment, and both were up on the 20th something floor, and it was, I don't even remember, a very small amount of money, like 12 US dollars. Now we were only moving 3 miles maybe in between condos, but still, it's a lot of work. I had everything boxed up, but still a little bit of work, and he had his wife and kid sitting in the front cab, so it was just real easy for me to hand him 1,000 baht note. I even kind of thought that was a pretty low amount compared to hiring movers in the US. That's just a crazy amount of money. A little bit of traffic on my Soi here, Soi 26. It's about 9 o'clock in the morning, and this is a shortcut to get from Ramapur back over to Sukhumvit. So people are just rocketing through here. Usually it's a nice quiet street. This building's kind of interesting. It doesn't have a name. Well, it's in Thai. It just says room for rent. It's about 2 doors down from the St. James Hotel or the Queen Bee music place. I've never been in there. I assume they're older style Thai apartments, but I believe they're big, like 50 or 60 square meters, at not a crazy price. So if you're looking for a large size place in this Prompong area and you don't really mind a Thai style wet bath and all, this might be a place to check. Actually, it's right across the street from the St. James. Right there is the Queen Bee music place, and that's the building. And walking down 26, I can go to the end of the street and make a left, head to the BTS, or I oftentimes cut through the DoubleTree, and the DoubleTree just pops out on Soi 24, their sister property, the Hilton. That's just my little shortcut, and when it's boiling hot outside, it feels great right now. Cutting through the DoubleTree, I get that little blast of air conditioning for 20 seconds. Yeah, the DoubleTree's a nice little property here on Soi 26. Looks like they're doing the breakfast buffet. You just walk out on the back patio, and you're on the back patio of the Hilton. popping out on 24, and then you're 1 block to the BTS. And there it is Soi 24. So a nice little 5-minute shortcut. I'm heading over to Bumrungrad Hospital. I want to schedule a physical. It's been about 1.5 years since my last physical in California, and I'd like to get blood work and everything, just a basic checkup. I looked online, and for $2,200 US, this is a cash price, they do a physical. I can't see how they get it all done in one day. It's the most extensive thing I've ever seen, from a low-dose CAT scan to an EKG, a full hearing test, full eye test. They must check 50, 60 different things. It's very, very extensive, to where I called Blue Cross and I asked them, hey, is all this going to be covered? And he kind of said yes and no. Have them submit over what they're doing, but yeah, we're probably not going to cover a low-dose CAT scan under the umbrella of a physical. But if he basically told me off the record, if they're only charging $2,200 cash for the whole physical, even if we don't cover, say, 20% of what they're doing, well, you might just be responsible for, and make up the number, $300, $400 of things that aren't covered under what the US would cover for a physical. So I'm going to go over there, talk with the international insurance desk, have them send it over to Blue Cross, exactly what they're going to do, and get an understanding of what all this is going to cost. It's starting to sprinkle over here on Soi 24. One thing about rain over here in Bangkok, it does not mist. There's no real thing as light rain over here. When it starts to sprinkle, you better make a run for where you're heading, because you got 3, 4, 5 minutes if you're lucky until it's just a total downpour. It's real unusual to just lightly rain all day like in California. It doesn't happen over here. When it rains, it rains. I'm just gonna go 2 train stops from Prampong up to Nana. I could walk it. If it were a nice day, I definitely would get a little exercise, but like I say, it's starting to sprinkle. It's actually raining harder now, so I don't feel like getting completely soaked. I do have my little umbrella. You're gonna want to get used to walking around with a backpack and an umbrella. I think I said it was 9. I lost track of time. It's 10 minutes till 10. This is a very light crowd getting on the BTS this morning. I've said it in other videos, but in case this is the first one you're watching, these little arrows on the ground, yeah, stay out of the middle section. That's where people barrel off the train. You'll see an arrow here, you'll see an arrow there. If you're standing in the middle, you're gonna get some nasty looks, or maybe even ran over. And once again, this is zero traffic. I call Bangkok a chaotic, or an organized chaos, let's put it that way. Sometimes it's just crazy, but everybody is so polite, and coming in and off of trains, there's a way to do things. Just follow the locals, and no problem. Now, don't be too put off. You'll see there's 2 arrows, so oftentimes they'll line up 2 abreast. Rather than having one line 10 people long, or 20, they'll have 2 lines. Now, the first line is supposed to go, then the second line starts. Again, it's not that big a deal, but let people off the train. Okay, now these people are stepping off the train to let people off, then they're gonna get back in line. So as packed as these trains get, it's a very organized, ooh geez, that was tight. Yeah, it's a very organized system. Okay, that guy who just jumped on and his backpack got caught in the door, that reminds me of another thing. Take your backpack off. You don't want a big, thick backpack on your back walking through the train banging into everybody. Every Thai person will take their backpack and swing it around on their chest. Me, I just carry it. You don't want to be that guy banging into people with a backpack. It's just not done. They also do a pretty good job with signage here on the trains. It's all in Thai and English. So if you know you're staying somewhere next to the Radisson Suites, it's telling you to take exit 3. To kind of watch where you walk in Thailand, I know people have said it over and over on YouTube videos, but it's for a reason. They use these, I guess I'll call them pavers, rather than laying a cement sidewalk. This is brand new construction. Now they did cement here. I'm not sure why they don't do that on the sidewalk, but over the course of these pavers shifting around, it's real easy to stub your toe or take a fall when these pavers get out of whack. Walking from Nana Station over to Soi 1. This is Soi 7 and the beer garden. At 10 in the morning, everything's closed. There might be 1 or 2 open in there for your hardcore day drinkers. And I'm not judging anybody. I mean, if you want to go out at 10 in the morning, have a couple of pops, maybe head home at 2, 3 in the afternoon, that's probably a better idea than running around the streets of Bangkok at 1 or 2 in the morning. Now I got off the train here at Nana on the odd side, Soi 7, Soi 5, etc. On the other side is Soi 4 and the Nana Plaza red light area. Soy dogs hanging out by the entrance to 7-Eleven. Every time that door opens, they get a little blast air conditioning. They're not stupid.